Hello, everyone. This is Rick Latona, and this is the open house presentation of the traderswire.com. I am joined by Brian Heiliger. Is that how you pronounce it, Brian?
It's pronounced Heiliger.
Heiliger. I apologize.
No problem.
And welcome. Thank you for joining. So,
Glad to be here.
before we get started, if anybody is having problems with the audio, I want them to be able to read this for a second. But also for everybody else, if you have questions during the presentation, please use the GoToWebinar software. Just type it in that chat box. I'll see it. Uh, I'll ask the question at the appropriate time if I know there's going to be a section about it, or at the end. But either way, I will get it asked. So the deal we're looking at today is a site that does makes about $40,000 a year in profit. We're going to dig more into that later. The best way to start this out, though, would be, Brian, if you could just give us all just kind of the history of the site, why you started it, when you started it, what the whole thing's all about.
Sure, yeah. The site really started as sort of an experiment that really didn't consume a whole lot of my time. I started the site and modeled it after some of the other sites I had seen out there, um, like say like Drudge Report or something along those lines, sort of like a news aggregation type website. And there wasn't really anything out there that was specifically focused on financial content that's geared towards investors and traders and I always for myself wanted something a site like that I could peruse on a daily basis, that I knew had um, you know um, content that was engaging and interesting. So I thought maybe I would just try and start one myself, and that's what I did with the Traders Wire. But at the same time, I had a lot of other projects going on, and I was moving in a bunch of different directions, so I didn't have a lot of time to develop or commit to just one site and making it exactly the way I wanted it. So I put a lot of effort into automating it, and so that's really how the Traders Wire was born.
All right, great. So I'm gonna cycle through a bunch of screenshots that you had sent. Just if you would, just kind of tell everybody what it is that we're looking at. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just skipped ahead on myself. The first thing I wanted to ask about was the mailing list because that's a big source of your traffic, right? Tell us about that, like how many subscribers you have and all that business.
Sure, yeah. So the website has about 75,000 subscribers at this time. Um, there's there that's how the traffic, the vast majority of the daily traffic um, is directed to the website is through the email list. So what happens on a daily basis is we send out a daily newsletter with a summary of the news stories that have been posted to the website, and then in turn, the readers follow those links to the website, and that gets them to the website and gets them to the offers, which in turn generates revenue. And then the way we build the email list is by capturing it with the form there you see on the presentation.
And about how many subscribers a day do you said you get,
We're getting a day.
or a week or a month?
I would say on average, on a monthly basis, the list is probably growing currently about 1,000 subscribers a month.
That's pretty
Yeah,
good. That's pretty good for the financial nature of the site.
yeah,
So,
yeah. It's not bad at all.
um, all right. And how many do you lose like through attrition?
So it's kind of hard to tell, but I would say we're probably losing 10 to 20 per email.
Okay. And how often do you send emails?
Send emails almost 5 days a week. Well, on average 5 days a week, so
Okay.
Monday through Friday. And then there's the occasional day where I just don't get around to it, or like yesterday I didn't send out an email because I had some other things going on.
All right. I just wanted to kind of interrupt for a second. Someone asked a question about not being able to hear you, so asking if I could make you louder, but I can't. But I hear you just fine. So I'm hoping that it's isolated to just that one person in the audience, and that the recording um, that the recording it'll come out clearer. So yeah, it
Okay.
looks like someone else just confirmed that they hear you fine. So for the person who can't hear Brian, you may just want to watch the recording that we publish in a couple hours. Anyway, so just to continue along, I don't have any further questions about the newsletter. So I'm going to start cycling through these screenshots now. So this is obviously WordPress. Anything you want to say about it?
Yeah, so the entire back end of the website is built on WordPress. There's a few plugins that I use to limit the amount of time that I spend on the website. So the website was really built as something that I could just um, take a look at maybe once a week beyond my daily um, responsibilities to the site, which takes all of about 10 minutes a day. But beyond that, I wanted to be able to use tools that are already in place, plugins that are already in place to operate and run the site on a daily basis, to use my time as efficiently as possible. So some of the plugins you'll see in there that actually drive the content, you see down there in the bottom left is WP Robot, which is WordPress Robot. And what that what
I
that
think we I
plugin
think I
does.
think we have a screen. I think we have a screenshot on that coming up.
Okay, okay. So yeah, pretty straightforward if you've ever worked with WordPress. Nothing new in here for you. But if you are new to WordPress or you are new to running a website, WordPress certainly makes it a lot easier.
Sure. And how about this thesis two?
Yeah, the thesis is just a theme for WordPress. It's commonly referred to as one of the better themes out there for building a website on top of WordPress. A lot of SEO tricks that you can do with Thesis. A lot of flexibility. It's not the easiest theme out there, but with the added complexity comes the ability to do more things. So really good theme, and one of the biggest features is that it's very fast, and when you're running a website with content, you want the content to load quickly so that the users don't leave the website.
Sure. I know this question doesn't have to do with the screen that we're looking at, but I want to go ahead and ask it now because we just got finished talking about the emails. Someone's asking to explain all the ways that you get traffic to the website. My understanding is it's mostly all the email campaigns, right? Are there other sources of traffic?
Yeah, that's correct. The vast majority of the daily traffic is coming from the email list. So, but the email list is built from new traffic that the website gets. So, if that, but the reoccurring like the way we get the vast majority of the traffic to the website each day is by driving them back to the website through the email list. And then the way some of the other traffic flows in, some of the new traffic flows in, is through link sharing and some of the social media plugins and things that we've added on the site that enable readers to share the content with their social network, and that in turn drives back some traffic and allows us to capture new emails, things like that.
Okay. Would you say the majority, if not all, of the current newsletter list was built that way?
Um, yeah, I would say over the last 6 months, yeah, the vast majority of it has been. Prior to that, I had done some email swaps with folks in the industry. So the
Okay.
initial part of the list, probably the first 30,000 subscribers, was built through swaps.
And remind everybody how many total emails you have.
So 75,000,
Okay.
give or take 1,000.
All right. All right. Sorry about that. Back to the screenshots. What do we got here?
Oh, the server is actually hosted on Amazon, and the reason I chose to do that is just for flexibility reasons, scalability reasons. And it's just something that I'm familiar with. So it's not with an account like HostGator or GoDaddy or anything like that. With Amazon AWS, basically you can deploy new servers or larger servers on a whim. So if the website's growing and you need to upgrade your server, you can do that almost immediately, and there's a lot of flexibility in using Amazon. So one advantage of this for a new buyer would be that we can just transfer this over to their Amazon account fairly seamlessly.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Back,
this.
yeah, here's your robot page.
Yeah. Here's the WordPress robot. So WordPress robot is responsible for going out and capturing the content and putting it on the website. And
What do you mean by capturing content?
so it's actually taking content that's out on the web and reposting it on our website is what it's doing.
Okay, so is it scraping it or is it using RSS feeds?
It's using RSS feeds.
Okay.
So yeah, that's I didn't want to be going out and getting content every day and posting it myself and formatting things and so on. So I wanted to automate the whole process so that I could have more of a hands-off approach, and that's where WP Robot really helped with that.
So, predictably, comments are starting to come in about this page. A lot of the people in our audience, are pretty familiar with Google's Panda and Penguin updates penalizing sites for duplicate content. Doesn't sound to me like your business model really relies on Google
No.
traffic. So you just need something there when you send the email, which makes sense to me. So the only real question I have would be, were you getting organic traffic prior to implementing this WP robot, or has this always been in place?
So this has always been in place, and we do get some organic SEO traffic, or some organic search traffic, but that has very little bearing in the business model for this website.
Got it.
Almost zero. So
Okay.
the idea of the business model of the website is capture quality emails, email those emails, get them back to the site, keep them engaged with the content, and supply them with offers to take action.
Is there any original content on the site?
Very little. I haven't posted anything. I don't remember the last time I posted any original content.
Okay.
It's been months.
So I had another person ask a question about getting people to the site to capture their email. If I heard you correctly, just to restate it because this is obviously something people want clarity on. If it's not coming from Google, where is it coming from? From what I heard, is it's coming from social marketing, some link trades, stuff like that is getting people to the site, and then you're getting them back to the site by sending them emails.
Correct.
Got it. All right. So what do we got here? Pop-up domination.
Yeah, pop-up domination is just another plugin that I've used to capture the emails. So I'm actually not currently using the pop-up feature of it. It's a typical pop-up like actionable item you see on a website when you go, and there's you try to capture someone's email address. I just never got around to fully implementing that. So the way I've done it is I just have a simple short form there on each page and at the bottom of every post where someone can submit their email address and join the list. But you might be able to capture more emails if you use the pop-up. But my ignorance there was that I don't know how that's going to affect the current viewership. So I haven't. That's one of the growth opportunities I think that someone
Okay,
can.
got it. Above all, or no, is this after offers? This is someone you're sending leads to?
Yeah. So the way the website makes money is we either have some affiliate offers that we employ, or we'll sell the email leads, or we'll sell traffic or something along that type of line. And one of the ways that we generate revenue is with after offers. After offers is, as the name implies, it's an offer after someone opts in. But we also have a free offers link on the website. People can click on there, and they can also submit their name and email, and we get $2 for every email and every offer that someone opts into. And so
Okay.
that's a pretty decent revenue generator.
All right. And you got AdSense.
Yeah, in AdSense, correct. Which I'm sure everyone in here is familiar with.
Mm-hmm. So here's a screenshot of April 2013 to February
Yeah,
2014, and then here's looks like summary for the day.
yeah. So I
So,
didn't really start monetizing the website until maybe June or July of 2013.
yeah,
So
that's
that
going to show in the graph. I've got I got a revenue graph coming in a couple slides.
okay.
What is this?
Yeah, that's one of our affiliate partners, Market Authority. You know, they sell trading and investing products. So we sent out a few emails for them in the past month or two, and you can see the sales and the refunds and then the actual net commission that we generate.
When you say you sent out an email from them, did the email exclusively just have their offer in it, or did it link to the Trader's Wire where you had an offer on the page?
For this particular offer, it was a dedicated email.
Okay. Infusionsoft.
Yeah, this is another one of our affiliate partners, which generated a large portion of the revenue for the site this year. Simpler options, and they've done a really good job at monetizing the traffic we send them. So, as you can see there.
Okay. So here's the revenue graph I was talking about. So, I guess it basically started in June. These little dots over here in March and April are insignificant, I guess, right? But something happened there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are really insignificant. I mean, the site has been up and running for I think since 2010, but I never really focused on it or put any time into finding quality offers that would generate revenue for the site until about the mid part of last year, and so that's kind of why you see that. And then also the January, I don't have the P&L right in front of me, but February is actually going to be similar to December.
Okay.
So, and the reason you see the revenue jump around like that is because some of the largest revenue generators are going to be the affiliate offers, and those come around maybe once a quarter, decent offers.
what happened? What happened between? Because you were it looked like it went up, 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 and up. What happened between December and January?
There was just no. I didn't mail for any affiliate offers because I didn't see any that I thought were worth mailing for. That's
Okay.
that's the main reason.
All right. Your expenses. Tell us what these are about.
Yeah, the expenses are um, pretty flat. Um, really all the expenses there are the email platform, which is at this point I think is like $250 a month, maybe a little bit more. I have a person who edits and composes the daily emails for me. I pay her $50 a month, and just the hosting cost would be the only other expense, which is about $50 a month.
All right.
And that's basically grown over time as the number of subscribers has grown and so on and so forth.
What's a day in the life running this thing? Walk us through a typical day's activities.
Yeah. So when I open my inbox in the morning, there's a new email already in the email application that I send from. Um, what I do is I just look at it, make any final edits that I think it might need, maybe change the subject line, maybe throw some additional text in there if I feel the need to, which often I don't feel the need to, and I just hit the send button. So that's pretty much the day-to-day operation.
Okay. And if someone bought this and they asked you, what ideas did you have that you never got around to or didn't have the resources to do? Where do you see the site going? How would you answer that question?
Yeah, so I think there are a few growth opportunities with the site. I think the site could certainly be optimized from a revenue standpoint in terms of optimizing ads and ad placements, finding more opportunities to monetize on the actual website. So I know there's some other content providers out there that display ads, and they pay for that as well. So that's a revenue opportunity that I haven't explored. Optimizing AdSense and ad placement, that's an opportunity as well. Someone who is a little more motivated to go out and find offers, either whether they be affiliate or they be just a standard media buy. If you can go out and chase down that business, then you can definitely generate more revenue that way. Um, and then a quality affiliate offers, sending those out. I wouldn't say every Saturday and Sunday, but maybe every Saturday or every Sunday. Sending out maybe a dedicated email blast, or maybe a summary of the week's top stories or something along those lines. Just something else to give the people an opportunity, give the reader base an opportunity to go back to the site or to participate in what other offer that you have come up with. That would be a huge way to boost revenue. And then maybe the last thing I would say would be to yeah, I really can't think of anything else at the moment, but there's a number of different opportunities to increase the site's revenue. I just
Okay.
haven't spent the time on it.
And why are you selling the site?
Well, a couple of reasons. One, it was never really a passion of mine. It's just something that I sort of started as an experiment and was quite pleased with it for the amount of time and effort that I put into it. And secondly, I have other non-web related ventures that I'm working on that I could use the money for, and that pretty much sums it up.
Okay. So I've only got one question remaining here, and I'm not entirely sure what he's getting at. He's asking, he said, what's his approximate age and affiliation with financial markets again? Um, I'm going to have to, I'm not really sure how to interpret that question. So,
I
uh,
think I can answer that question.
okay.
So I've been involved in the financial markets for nearly 15 years now. I've been involved in the financial media space for 6 years now. So I'm actually in the process of starting a hedge fund, and
Oh, wow.
that's where I'm going to be focusing my efforts.
Good for you. Well, that's a good note to end on. Nice, positive thought. You were great. I really appreciate your help. For anybody that's listening that does want more information, we'd be happy to get it for you. The listing broker is Adam Beebe. Adam's email is adam@latonas.com. Of course, my door is always open. I'm rick@latonas.com for anybody who ever wants to reach out to me. And thank you, everyone, for attending, especially you, Brian. Thanks so much, and have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye.